Hi, Randy. This is Geoff Decker with Chalkbeat, New York. I had a question about the United Federation of Teachers contract that was recently passed. And now that we finally...
Well, it's not been passed yet.
Sorry, you're right. It's being voted on, and we are finally getting details about it, which is nice, after almost 2 weeks. And I was curious to know, now that the details are out, what your thoughts are on the career ladder model that is being voted on, and how it compares to some of the other career ladder models in other districts that the AFT was involved in negotiating. And they're a little bit more weighted towards teacher evaluation ratings. And I was just curious to know, like, if you reviewed the models and how you think it compares to those other districts.
So first of all, I hope the contract gets ratified. I frankly think that what Michael Mulgrew, who is my successor at the UFT, and what Bill de Blasio did was incredibly ingenious and very creative in a situation that where the last mayor left them with a poison pill. In New York City, for those of you who don't know, how many people are from New York City here? Okay, so you guys at the bar tell these folks about New York City. But New York City has been under what is called the Financial Emergency Act since the mid-'70s. And what that means right now is that if the city goes out of balance in their budget by $100 million, that number has never changed. And that is pretty much chump change right now in terms of that budget. Then you can go into fiscal control. And why is that important for the purposes of the teacher's contract? Because the former mayor took all the money out of the labor reserve. A 1% increase for teachers in New York City is about $100 million. So what the union and the city administration figured out was how to do a contract where the teachers would get the benefit of what every other municipal employee got over the course of the last 4 years, but it would take a while for them to get it because there was no money in the budget right now, and then essentially have, as a result, in the next 4 years, an 18% raise. The last 4 and 4, and then the balance. And then on the working conditions side, because the Common Core and implementing the Common Core is so important to Carmen Farina and to Bill de Blasio, teachers have said, we need a curriculum and we need time. So the time that I had negotiated over 2 contracts with then Mayor Bloomberg, and then Chancellor Levy, and then Mayor Bloomberg, and then Chancellor Klein, with Carmen Farina as the deputy, the 30 minutes of extra time a day has now been reconfigured for time for parent intervention and for professional development. And then you have 2 new innovations, both of which Chancellor Farina and ourselves had done in various different ways, and she just lifted them up in a really great way with Mike Mulgrew, which is that at 200 schools can basically change their conditions in any which way to basically be in-district charters, like what we do, for example, at the UFT Green Dot, which is now called UniPrep Charter School, or at the New American Academy, and a bunch of other places. And then the last is this career ladder issue, which is that how do you keep people who are great teachers both in the classroom and also helping teach other teachers? And so this model started as the lead teacher model that we negotiated with Carmen several years ago in District 9, and has been revamped and revamped. And so all of this is part of the new contract, including also limiting paperwork and doing some other things, including a new arbitration that just came out yesterday or Friday that says that lesson plans are really for the teacher to decide how they're going to plan and do their lesson. So when you take the whole of it, Geoff, what you see is real innovation, real ingenuity, letting schools make a decision about what they think is best for their kids and giving contractual flexibility as long as there's real collaboration. And the career ladder is part of that.